Hey guys, this is your boy Pumpkin Spice Gamer coming at you with the deck profile of dinos and reptiles. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy. So starting with the reptile part of it, we have we have Oedag Overlord, Kyrus. Let me rephrase that. Kyrus. Um, I have a hard time pronouncing some of these. Alaric. Two Nunu. One Flogos. One Zoa. And two Naya. So that is all. That's for the reptile part of it. There. That's for the reptile monster part. Now on to the dino part. We are running two ultimate conductors. One quadless. One pankertops. Two armored Acrosaur. So Acrosaur is actually a good card for reptiles just by itself as well. For the simple reason, you can search out E-Pill, double E-Pill, or you can search out a reptile monster. So this can itself can be used just in reptiles by itself. We're running one Pterodon, three Babysaurs, one Miscellaneous, one Giant Rex, and three Oviraptors. So that is for the dino. That's for the dino part of the monster part. Now onto a nice little spice tag just tossed in there just for fun. We are running two Fallen Albaz. And for the hand trap wise, we are running the Gamma package. So that is those are the spice tags to this. Now onto the spells we are running two Odetic Water Lilies, three Snake Rings, two double E-Pills, three Fossil Digs, three Lost Worlds, three Branded Fusions, one Herbie's Feather Duster, Caught by the Grave, and Monster Reborn. That is all for the main deck. So there we go. Now on to the extra deck here. We are running one Abomination, one Alien Shock Trooper M-Frame, so Amirage, Anima, Albion, Rebellion, two Mirror Jades. We now onto the XYZ part of it. We are running Titanic Galaxy, number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, Dragobinion. I would switch this out for another one, but I don't have the other card that you usually run with this, so these are what I'm using for the time being. Abyss Dweller, the Shut Off Graveyard Effects. One Doka, one Logia, and two Feral Imps. And that concludes the deck part of it, the extra deck. So I'm gonna shuffle the deck up and I'm gonna show you a nice little hand. Because no matter how, sometimes it breaks, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. But so far, from what I've been testing, it's been very consistent by far. I know some of you probably don't understand the logic behind it, but it's actually a good way for me to set up a board, no matter what, whether I use my extra deck or not. Like I'm also considering possibly dropping a few cards. I might drop the branded fusions and the Albaz cards just so I can run Potter Strav because I don't have to use my extra deck. So we're just gonna get a nice little shuffle here and just see how we open. Alright, I'm gonna cut. I have no idea what the opening hand is gonna be, so we'll just see. So, Fallen Albaz. By the way, this deck can go first or second. Preferably, I like to go second. Double E pill. Naya. Kaba. And Fossil Dig. And since, like I said, I like to go second more so with this deck for OTK purposes. We're going to start with, we're going to try that. So the first step here would be, as you can see, is I could attempt a Albaz play, depending on who I'm going against. So I could attempt the Albaz, and then just make, and pretty much go straight into whatever play here. Just depending. Because discarding won't hurt this deck. That's for certain. But we're going to say that we're going against like VW or something. So my thing would be start with Fossil Dig. Fossil Dig is going to search. And since we already have double E pill in hand, I wouldn't even worry about searching out the Elvraptor personally. So I could either search out Giant Rex, Babysaurus, Miscellaneous, or Archosaurus. But in this particular, just in case, I would personally search out Miscellaneous just for, just for good reasons. So first thing we would start with, just in case, is we're going to start out with, so after searching Miscellaneous, we're going to pitch Miscellaneous to protect our dinosaurs. Since the opponent would control more monsters, I would special summon Pancratops. And if they was to try to ash the Fossil Dig, I'd just call by on that one. But either way, but I probably would more so save this for the double E pill. It just depends. So we could either, but like I said, we could either start with summoning Pancratops, have a monster on board, tribute, pop whatever on board. So we'll start with that. Pitch Naya to send a light reptile to the graveyard. In this case, I am going to send this one here. And as you can tell, I haven't normal summed yet. So, the normal summons have happened. So, play-wise, we could, tribute, pop, whatever. But however, there is, nothing for me to worry about. I could tribute this, but however, probably would be best for me to save this on board just in case, just depending. So normal summon Fallen Albaz, tribute Albaz. Kyrus effect is going to trigger. Slash summon Naya. Naya's effect is going to trigger as well. We're going to send a. We're going to add a O'Day card from deck to hand. Adding Water Lily. Activate Water Lily's effect. Send a reptile to the graveyard. So in this case, we're probably going to send. I could send Zoa or Flogos. But because I already used my normal summon, I wouldn't send neither one of those. So in this case, my better plan just for myself, because since I won't be fusion summoning Elric. So in this case, now we're going to tribute, which since this was summoned from the graveyard, it will be banished. Special summon Elric. Which, by the way, these do activate in grave, so everybody knows. But since this was summoned, I can I can choose 2 banished monsters and put them back in the grave, which only one I have banished right now is Naya, so we'll put Naya back. So either way, we can either overlay, go into level 8, which means we can go Dragon Banian. And Dragon Banion's effect is your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can detach 1 material from this card and take 2 dragon number monsters with different names from your extra deck or graveyard. Set number 97 Dragon Banion, special summon one of them and attach it to it as a material. Also, at the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon other monsters, or declare an attack with that special summon monster. So pretty much. Before I would activate the effect, I would still go ahead, make this before triggering its effect. This is where Spice Park come in. Double E pill. Or before even doing that, because even before making Dragon Banion or summoning this could stay on board. This is also how else you can do it. Because I still have a free summon. I can still special summon right now. Banish Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is going to get me Aquasaur. So after that, link 1. If I happen to be lucky enough to have anything pointing that's in that same column, I can make Anima. Then tribute this. To make that. Which will put these 2 back in the grave. Then activate double E pill. So we will activate double E pill then on this. Choosing Albaz. Because I can always get Albaz back at a later time if I need to. We'll say Archosaur. Because we have another one in the deck. And like I said, there's still ways for me to get it back in the grave. At that point, make Ultimate Conductor. So I could either go Link 4 and make. I can go Link 4 and make Abomination off of this. Or I could just keep it simple as this, pretty much. Just keep it simple. Overlay. Dragobania. The curve we're going to end up doing off of this. Either Curious or Alert. Alert would be good to just get those back in the grave for a later time if my board doesn't get breaking. But the whole point is to try to OTK. So, me personally, I would, like, if I'm trying to OTK wise, I probably would more so go into this one here, or just either way. But just setting up a board wise, just showing you what I can do. We can either detach. We can either go negate, spell negate wise, or next turn OTK if they can't break the board. Either way, I have a board no matter what, regardless. So that's just one part of it, of the deck play there. Now on to the next one. We're going to do a reshuffle. And again, please hit that like and subscribe button. Your boy Pumpkin Spice Gamer Belcher. Hit the like and subscribe. I do appreciate all those who've been watching my videos and so forth, showing me support and love. I do appreciate y'all very much. We're going to do one more test hand here. Like I said, I have tested this a few times. I have broken a few boards. I think one of the things I would like to do with this deck is possibly drop the Gamma package and run and just go Nib. And also, for those who don't know, Ultimate Conductor is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 10 is a level 10, and so is Overlord. So I can make rank 10 easily with this deck if I choose to. So for those who don't know, I like Giant Rex in this. Don't get me wrong, I love the card. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't tag directly with it. So, but it's also good for punching over certain stuff. So we're gonna cut the deck again and see what our open hand is. So far, a good start. Not a bad start either. Back tops. Now this is a little bit more trickier considering what I have to work with. But however, like I said, purposely I will rather go second. So as you see here, I do have Ultimate Conductor in hand here. But we would go Fossil Dig. If it doesn't get ashed, it's okay. So we would grab Miscellaneous, then pitch Miscellaneous, banish Miscellaneous. Source, Archosaurus. Like I said, this is a little more of a trickier play here, considering the way I open on this type of opening hand. So far, like I said, this deck has been more so very consistent for me. My opponent still would control more monsters, so therefore we would special summon Pankratops. But this is where the trick is. So we would use Archosaurus effect off the summon before we would even do Pankratops. And it says you can destroy one dinosaur in hand or field, then add a reptile, sea serpent, or winged beast monster from who's with the same original level as that destroyed monster or evolution pill. So considering I won't need a double E pill, just due to the fact what I have, I could technically, so this right here I could pop right here by itself. I could pop this itself. Because it doesn't say other, it just says destroy. You can destroy one dinosaur monster in hand. But the thing is, I would want to go. So there's plenty of things I can do with this. But we're going to leave that alone for right now. We would go. The better option in the play would be to summon Zoa off the normal summon. For obvious reasons. With him being 1500, I wouldn't really be able to do too much right off the bat. Because Amirage says you have to have, and this requires a reptile, a level 4. So, even off of that, we wouldn't be able to do too much. Or we could always do this here. Put this back in hand. We will say, even before doing the Archosaurus play, the miscellaneous play, now Archosaurus, we could also just do this much. This here. Because there's a lot we can do here, pretty much. We'll say we put this back in the deck for right now. Pankratops. Or I could just keep it very simple. Just Pankratops, pop whatever on board. Special summon, then after that, just banish these two. Because I could always just banish these two. Summon out Conductor and just like have a hand, and just keep my hand. Because like I said, even I did pretty much break. And it's still just normal summon this. And then, you know, if opponents still have anything on board, I could just, you know, Pankratops, pop, flip stuff face down. This would trigger because it's sent from field to grave. So pretty much, opponent draws a card. I search my library for a reptile, for Oday monster, which clearly I would choose, which I would have to discard afterwards. So Naya in this place. So show you here. There we go. So Naya gets added to hand. I have to discard. Both players will have to discard. So I would discard this one here instead. My level 8 alert. Then continue my play. Send Naya to send a reptile to the graveyard. Which will be a light one. Which will be Curious. And this is where it would get tricky because technically I don't want to get rid of my Conductor. But I'm just setting up a place for later. One of the best, one of the things I will show you that does come up, and it happened a few times, is this is usually the hand I like to see for the most part. Between there, Baby Source, Branded Fusion, Fossil Dig, or not even so much as Fossil Dig, but Fossil Dig is a good card to see in hand. And Snake Ring. Because either way, I have plays. But yeah, for the most part, this deck has been very consistent with me so far. One of the things I will test out at a later date is I'm going to test out synchros with it. But right now, I like the branded idea because I love the idea of just being able to go. Because even though it keeps me from being able to touch anything by extra deck after, just in general, is branded fusion. So pretty much you're going to send Albaz and Nunu. So Albaz and a light, which is going to get you to summon out Albion, then Albion's effect, banish. Pretty much you're going to just to make Mirror Jade. So at that point, there you go. And then from there,